Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense will start this game off. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball on quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Dances away from, continues to fight for yards. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play, and now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, and a lot of times it requires shifting your goals, and this is not how you want it to start, but how can we win?
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the...
First down here for the offense. Quick strike complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touch.
1 to the 22. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Step into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! They'll try to add another to their lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
Now after the short completion, it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and throws off the RPO.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Commodores will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. Quickly complete. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Now on 2nd down. Trying play action. Skips away from pressure. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it, David.
And Reese, first downs, yards, that's not even what they look at anymore. Yards don't really matter. You got to execute in those critical areas on the field and get points on the board.
Yeah, it was mental errors on that last drive, too, that led to negative plays. They got to get those things erased and pull it back together here on this drive. Go put some points up on the board.
He finds his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together.
Running toward the tape. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
He's got it on the right. Touchdown, Tigers! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on, so they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Give to the running back. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Feeling some heat. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On second down, wants to throw. He's got an open man. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the timing just a hair off. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Never a doubt. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And they got him for the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He tries to take the top off. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Works the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to get to him. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. The Commodores will punt it away on 4th down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Fires into traffic, picked off. What a nice play, and even with the short return, they're in scoring position at the 18. Offense working from the pistol. Hands it off. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The give on the inside. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Absolutely perfect. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Texas Tech was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree used to deliver in that memorable 11-win season of 2008. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll try to pick up the first. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. 4th down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistent.
Looking to move it through the air. He's got the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He's back to throw on second down. Gets it out quickly. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. Give to the running back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking down the middle. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, looking for the score. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Using the quick game. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Comes out throwing on first down. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously, trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
Release to the back. It's caught. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Oh, he missed it. No good. Missed opportunity with the field goal, and the deficit is still 15. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Commodores will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Keeping it on the ground with the single back.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. A little screen to the running back. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Got it looking for a first. Touchdown, Missouri! And the beatdown has ensued. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for
Margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. A first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the top. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down or else they are really in trouble. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Will they keep it on the ground again here on third down? They'll try to bully their way for the first. This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that third down. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who.
And they get the sack just like that.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
He wants to throw here on second down. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. The offense starts with a short field. Off the play fake on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Commodores have it in scoring position on first and goal. Into the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Can the defense stop him again on second and goal? They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. So now on comes the field goal unit. Between the uprights, it's good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Power football with the run. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. The give. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. This offense has a 2nd down play. Here's the handoff. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Lets it fly. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Zings it complete to the right.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You've got to be more aggressive in the passing game. You're going to have to just start taking shots.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. And the Commodores want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They're trying to get to it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Commodores will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. Oh, he spun away like a vapor. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Safe completion on the screen. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
On second down, just keeps firing. Grab near the marker is Coleman. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. Got him, and nobody's close. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They want to just keep throwing it. Quickly out to the tight end.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. That's caught. It's Fowler. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. A great catch and run for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but when you